them health of mind and body, that they may do your will with perfect love. Give them health of mind and body, that they may do your will with perfect love. We ask this through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son. Give them strength of mind and body. Oh, Lord, I beg thee, give them strength in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son. Our Lord.
Oh, I can't even bear to watch another minute. And that's not even the worst of it. I feel horrible for the drummer from the Buddy Holly story. He shared much of his screen time listening to that bullshit. But I'm sure if he was asked about it, he'd say it was a thrill of a lifetime working with an actor of such polished caliber. I don't really want to beat up on the guy too much. After all, it wasn't entirely his fault the movie stank. Well, it was. But by casting Steiger in the role of the troubled priest, the studio was getting a discount on a former Oscar winner whom they were banking on to make a comeback performance after almost a decade of steady decline. What they got instead was, in the words of one critic, his spiritual agony was enough to shatter the camera lens. In other words, he chewed that scenery into a mushy pulp and then spat it all over the audience. Overacting isn't necessarily a bad thing. For actors like William Shatner, it's part of his technique. It's expected of him, and people like it. It's who he is. But Shatner never won an Oscar for being best in class, and he never will. Steiger did, so there's a difference. This isn't really meant to be a review of the Amityville Horror. That would be about as redundant a task as reviewing the shit one of my cats took. After all, the movie really should have been called I'm Coming Apart, starring James Brolin. The guy's a total dick for much of the movie. When he's not smacking his wife's mouth loose, he even yells at the kids.
God damn it, don't sneak up on me.
Hey, but at least he can act like a dick with conviction. Maybe if Steiger had a little more screen time, perhaps, he would have been able to develop the character a little more. In the book version, the priest has a close relationship with George, and the two often speak on the phone regarding the goings-on in the house. In the movie, they never share a scene, never speak, and George doesn't even reference him at all. All he has in the movie was the drummer hanging around him like a sycophant, and Murray Hamilton yelling at him before falling into a catatonic state near the end. The only time in the movie, incidentally, where I didn't feel the need to mute the TV. But even the way he's sitting there staring at the cracks in the cement was enough to piss me off. I don't like Rod Steiger. The part was grossly miscast, and for that, the movie paid a price. Had they asked me, I was only 12 at the time, but at least I would have had the presence of mind to cast the priest from MASH. He would have told those flies to fuck right off.